That was pretty cool. I'm the luckiest guy alive.
That is some fancy drilling.
Last time on Ultimate Crew Behind the Job, Chase Boyer's crew is having one of those weeks. While on site in Effingham, Illinois, they hit an unmarked water line in the middle of installing a new 8-inch service. But with some quick thinking and hard work, the crew's back at it today with minimal disruption to area residents.
Just so happened that on that transite line, we ended up wrapping around back to right where we were going. And we just had no idea. There's nothing we could do about it.
Poorly and inconsistently marked utilities are the bane of every contractor's existence. When a line does get hit, it's a scramble to show project owners that due diligence was followed by the crew.
You know, you're basically pulling a pipe in the ground sight unseen, and if you're crossing any utilities, it behooves the contractor to expose those utilities at crossings, or if they're going to be close parallel, to make sure that they're going to stay out of them, especially with high traffic areas. If we can do a road crossing, HDD versus open trench, even if it costs a little bit more, we go ahead and do it just for the convenience to the public and safety and stuff like that.
Every 10 feet, we'll do a data log, and it'll get a spreadsheet and mark out our path of where we went.
Even with the processes B&T Drainage and other contractors like them follow for documentation and job planning, challenges continue to mount. There's a lot of paper to keep track of, both in the field and in the office.
There are no jobs that's the same, and everyone needs something different or it done a little bit different. And because it would be a lot easier if everyone just did everything the same, but they don't. I would say 50 to 100 pieces of paper. You know, I have it organized, and then we have each job I keep in a file, so I have all of that. And then we have the bid tab files split up into water and storm sewer and sanitary sewer, so it's easy to go through and find most of the time.
I think a lot of job planning is challenging for our customers. Just the amount of paperwork. You know, I think you've got a lot of guys that are on job sites. They're working on these job sites, but also be the person that bills the work out. So I think it's very challenging to find enough time to fit it all in the day.
Post-processing of documentation of what you've actually done on a job site can be really cumbersome, really hard to correlate and translate to your customers.
John will usually have his own file too, with just the papers that he needs, and he'll usually have it in his truck with him.
My big push for years has been GPS on the locator with a map to hand the owner when we get done. That it would be the most impressive thing that I would like to see out of DCI and Vermeer.
Now, the Ultimate Crew gets to meet the Ultimate Tools and see if productivity tools from Vermeer helps address some of their job challenges, on site and in the office. Professional documentation for a project owner? Check. A map that shows where utilities are installed? Check.
And then basically we're just going to start walking, and it's just going to draw a line for us, our white line. Or if I have an as-built, same thing. Pothole, if we want to draw a pothole around like what you're digging up there, we can do that.
Lee and I went through and marked our bore path from where the rod's into the ground to our exit pit. We had a couple utilities that we crossed throughout the path, crossed the sewer line and marked it, and put our depth down. Then we crossed the water service, marked it, and put our depth down, and it saves it all GPS. We can go back through, and it's right there on our as-builts. It's pretty neat how it comes up on maps, and you can zoom in or zoom out, so you can give a close-up view of the area you're boring, or from a distance.
This gives them a really good professional document that they can give to their customer, and in my mind, it just can set people apart from the competition.
Another essential tool in an underground contractor's back pocket, the locating system. For Dane Thompson, longtime B&T Drainage employee and locator, the choice to go with the F5 system from DCI is a no-brainer. An ultimate crew perk, getting to test the new F5 Falcon system from DCI. After getting a quick demonstration on how to scan the bore path to determine the best frequency and pairing the transmitter, Dane's using the new system like a veteran.
Well, it was no transition there. I mean, it's just like the old locator as far as the features that I'm familiar with, so it was, real smooth transition. The ability to handle different interferences from power lines or from steel and concrete. Sounds like they've definitely improved it in that aspect. I think it's a good locator. I like that there's not a big learning curve. Sounds like it's got some new technology features that will definitely benefit from. Helps everything out. I mean, anything to get the job done quicker so we can move on to the next phase or head home for the day. They may get so good that they won't need me out in front. I don't know.
Pilot shot complete. After some frustrating days on the job, Chase and his crew can rest easy knowing their job is done. For now. And they've learned a few new ways to deal with job site hassles. Keep following B&T Drainage at navigatornation.com and stay tuned for the next episode when we'll find out who the Boyers depend on when the going gets tough.